After the storm, life in the little house felt different. Warmer, fuller. The tiny brown puppy they had rescued now had a name too. Mia called him Buddy. Buddy's owner was found 2 days later, an elderly man who lived down the street. He had been searching everywhere during the storm, terrified that he had lost his little dog forever. When he saw Buddy safe and dry in Mia's
you're
arms,
finally home.
tears filled his eyes.
To see you.
And I'm
You
happy to
saved
see
him,
you both.
the man said softly. Mia smiled and pointed down at Tiny. No, she whispered. She did. The man looked at the small grey cat. So this little one is the hero. Tiny blinked. She didn't understand the word hero, but she understood the warmth in his voice. From that day on, Tiny became known in the neighborhood. The smallest cat. The brave one. The one who ran into the storm. Neighbors smiled when they saw her sitting by the window. Children waved. The elderly man often brought small treats for her when he walked Buddy past the house. Tiny had never imagined a world where people noticed her. Now she was seen. Not because she was loud. Not because she was big. But because she was kind. Weeks passed. Mia returned to school, happier than before. She told her classmates about Tiny's bravery. She even drew a picture of her small cat standing strong against a giant storm cloud. But not everything was perfect. One afternoon, Mia came home unusually quiet. She didn't talk much during dinner. She didn't laugh. Tiny noticed immediately. When night came, Mia sat on her bed hugging her knees, just like the first night Tiny had seen her. Only this Chimitinely. She was home, and Mia was the one hurting. Tiny jumped onto the bed. She gently placed her paw on Mia's arm. Mia's Neve. They're making fun of me, she whispered. They say I'm weird because I like drawing animals. They say I'm too quiet. Tiny tilted her head. Dwye? Too small? The words felt familiar. Mia buried her face in her pillow. I wish I was different. Tiny slowly climbed onto Mia's chest and sat there firmly. Then she did something she had never done before. She let out the loudest meow she could. Not scared, not soft, but strong. Mia blinked in surprise. Tiny stared straight into her eyes. Then she pressed her forehead gently against Mia's. Mia smiled faintly. You think being small isn't bad, huh? Tiny purred loudly. Mia let out a small laugh. You ran into a storm, she said softly. And you're tiny. Tiny stretched out comfortably on Mia's chest, as if to say, exactly. That night, Mia made a decision. The next week at school, there was an art contest. The theme was courage. Many children planned to draw superheroes. Caped figures, faces, strong muscles. But Mia drew something different. She drew a very small grey cat standing in the rain. Lightning in the sky, wind everywhere. But the cat wasn't afraid. The cat was walking forward, and beside her, a tiny puppy. Above the drawing, Mia wrote, Courage doesn't have a size. The day the winners were announced, Mia felt her heart pounding. 3rd place. 2nd place. Then, 1st place goes to Mia Thomps. The classroom erupted in applause. Mia walked to the front slowly, almost not believing it. Her teacher smiled warmly. This drawing reminds us that bravery isn't about being big, she said. It's about being kind and strong when it matters. Mia held the certificate tightly. When she got home, she ran through the door. Tiny, we won. Tiny looked up from her nap spot in the sunlight. Mia knelt down and hugged her gently. You helped me be brave too. Tiny purred. But life had one more challenge waiting. One quiet evening, as the sun began to set, Tiny was resting near the front porch when she noticed something strange. Across the street, smoke. Thin at first, then thicker. Tiny stood up. Her ears perked. She smelled it clearly now. Fire. Inside the small house, across the road lived an elderly woman. Tiny had seen her before, slow, gentle, always watering her flowers. The smoke grew darker. Tiny's heart began to race. She ran inside. Mia was doing homework. Tiny meowed urgently. Once, not twice. Around, loud, sharp. Mia frowned. What he said? Tiny ran to the door. Back to Mia. To the door again. Mia opened and saw the smoke. Mom, she screamed. Her mother rushed over. Across the street, flames were beginning to rise from a kitchen window. The elderly woman was still inside. Mia's mother quickly called emergency services. But the fire was spreading fast. Tiny didn't hesitate. Before anyone could stop her, she dashed across the street. Tiny, Mia cried. Tiny squeezed through a small gap in the front door of the neighbor's house, just barely open. Inside, the air was thick and hot. Smoke burned her eyes. She crouched low to the ground. She could hear coughing from the living room. Tiny followed the sound. There she was, the elderly woman, confused, struggling to stand. Tiny ran in circles around her feet, meowing loudly.
Oh, Kitty, I'm here.
The woman looked down weakly. Oh, Kitty. Tiny ran toward the door. Back to the woman.
Kitty?
Again and again,
I'm coming.
guiding her. The woman followed slowly, coughing. Istepi by istepi. Tiny stayed close. Finally, they reached the doorway just as firefighters arrived.
Kitty?
They helped the
Okay,
woman
I'm
outside
coming.
safely. Mia grabbed Tiny and held her tightly. You scared me, she whispered through tears.
Oh, Kitty, I'm here.
The firefighters
back,
controlled
we'll
the
get you out.
flames
I've
quickly.
got the cat. You're safe now.
The damage was contained.
Back, we're on it.
The elderly
Safe now,
woman,
Kitty.
sitting safely in a blanket on the sidewalk, looked at Tiny with watery eyes. She led me out, she said softly. Mia
Kitty?
looked down at her small cat.
I'm coming.
So small, so bravi. That night, as Tiny lay curled beside Mia again, the house felt even warmer than before, because everyone now understood something important. The smallest one among them had the biggest heart. Narrator. Tiny had once been a forgotten kitten in an alley. Hungry, invisible, afraid, but kindness had given her a home. Love had given her a name, and courage had given her a purpose. She was still small. She always would be. But she no longer felt tiny inside, because being small does not mean you cannot change the world. Sometimes it means you fit perfectly into the places where courage is needed most. Soft music swells gently. Narrator. And somewhere in a quiet little house, under warm sunlight near a window, a small gray cat closed her golden eyes peacefully. Not invisible, not alone, loved, and that made her the biggest hero of all. Fade out music slowly. The end.